Hey you! You look like you want some medical news headlines. Well, you're in the right spot.
Alright, kicking off today's headlines, we head over to healthnews.com, where they're reporting that the Food and Drug Administration is currently considering broadening its standards on gastric banding to include adolescents 14 to 17 years of age. Currently, the procedure is legally approved for use in weight reduction for severely obese adults 18 years of age or older. But recent studies have shown that gastric bands such as lap band are successful in helping teens who are morbidly obese. The risk of an adult dying from a weight loss surgery has fallen below 1% within recent years. However, studies on teenagers who undergo these procedures are rare. A clinical trial published earlier this year found that gastric band surgery produces significantly more weight loss in obese teens aged 14 to 17 than diet and exercise alone. In the 2-year study, the surgery group lost an average of 76.2 pounds, while the lifestyle intervention group lost 6.6 pounds. In other words, 84% of the gastric band group lost more than half of their excess weight compared to just 12% in the lifestyle group. While a 14-year-old may find success with surgery, there would be very little track record of weight loss attempts through dieting, exercise, and lifestyle changes for someone so young. Parents and doctors will need to carefully weigh both the pros and cons when considering such a radical step for an adolescent. Alright, now headed over to itmanagement.earthweb.com. They're reporting that the Federal Communications Commission and the Food and Drug Administration have joined forces in an effort to promote the development and deployment of wireless technologies to improve healthcare and lower costs while also taking care to protect patient safety. Through the partnership, the agencies aim to streamline the approval process and regulatory requirements for wireless health IT device makers, spurring innovation and investment in an emerging sector of the medical industry. Wireless health applications offer the potential to provide remote consults with specialists from distant medical centers, delivering a level of care beyond the reach of many rural Americans. Similarly, medical monitoring applications can provide remote diagnostic information such as a crop of smartphone applications that can check glucose levels in diabetics. The agencies have developed a set of operating principles and a memorandum of understanding clarifying that the agreement is limited to areas that come under the regulatory purview of both the FCC and the FDA. Under the agreement, each agency will establish a liaison officer who will be responsible for sharing information of mutual interest. This joint effort on wireless health IT marks the first partnership between the two agencies and broadly aims to pair the FCC's technical expertise overseeing areas such as spectrum with the FDA's focus on consumer safety. Alright, headed over to the examiner.com, where they're reporting that a July 2010 article in the Journal of Epidemiology and Community Health looked at 482 people over 34 years and found that babies who received a high level of maternal affection had significantly lower rates of anxiety, hostility, and general distress when they grew up. While the authors of the study don't specifically mention epigenetics in the brain as a possible reason, a 2004 rat study in Nature Neuroscience introduced the concept that maternal affection changes the structure of DNA in the hippocampus of the brain. In that study, this change in the brain makes the offspring braver and better protected from stress as adults. The take-home idea behind all of this is that moms may actually be changing their baby's brains for the better with every cuddle, hug, kiss, and nuzzle. So don't worry about spoiling your baby with too much affection. Instead, remember that you're building a baby's brain with every cuddle. Alright, and rounding off today's top news stories, we head over to newsfeed.time.com. They are reporting, actually more like asking the question, are grocery receipts a health hazard? One of the things we do while shopping without even thinking about it is wait for a cash register receipt after we've made our purchase, but new research is showing even a receipt can pose a health hazard. The little printouts from grocery and big box stores, fast food joints, and other consumer outlets actually contain high levels of chemical bisphenol A. In lab tests, the substance has been linked to several types of health problems in animals, including abnormal reproductive system development, diminished intellectual capacity, and behavioral abnormalities. When handled by humans, BPA can contaminate fingers and seep into the skin, even to a point where it can't be removed. Alright, and that'll do it for today's medical news stories. As always, check in at www.mditv.com/blog for all of your latest in medical health news and information. And as always, you can find us on Twitter at MDITV. This has been Drew. Have yourself a great day.